Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. Have you ever heard a love story so pure that even death couldn't break it apart? This is not a drama. This is real. A story of two souls, actor Yu Menglong and actress Xing Fei, whose love shone quietly behind the cameras, away from fame and noise. When the world lost Yu Menglong, it didn't just lose a star. It lost a heartbeat that once whispered the most beautiful message of love. And tonight, we'll reveal that final message, the one that made millions of people around the world cry. Their love story did not begin with fireworks or grand gestures, but with a quiet connection that grew between two people who understood each other beyond words. When Yu Menglong and Xing Fei first met on set, their chemistry was undeniable. To the public, it looked like perfect acting. To those who paid closer attention, it was something more, the kind of warmth that cannot be rehearsed. In every scene, every glance, and every moment caught by the camera, there was a sincerity that hinted at real affection. They were two souls drawn together by something simple yet unbreakable: kindness, respect, and an unspoken bond that deepened with time. As they continued to work together, their friendship evolved into love, the kind of love that blooms quietly when no one is watching. While the industry around them thrived on rumors and speculation, Yu and Xing Fei found a private world of their own, built on shared laughter, long conversations, and mutual admiration. She brought lightness into his life, always teasing him with her playful charm, while he became her anchor, calm, thoughtful, and endlessly patient. Together, they balanced each other like the perfect harmony in a song that only they could hear. When their relationship finally came to light, the public embraced them with warmth. Fans across Asia began calling them the perfect couple, not because they were flawless but because they were real. They did not hide behind fame or pretend for the cameras. They simply lived their truth. Yu often spoke about how Xing Fei was more than just a partner. She was his confidant, his best friend, and the reason he could smile even on the hardest days. She, in turn, often described him as her quiet strength, the person who could make her feel safe no matter how chaotic the world became. One of the most touching moments in their journey was Yu's carefully planned surprise for Xing Fei's birthday. He gathered her closest friends, sang a song he had written just for her, and read a heartfelt letter expressing his gratitude for her love. It was not a public display, but a private declaration of affection, intimate, pure, and unforgettable. That night, Xing Fei cried as he held her hand, and those tears became a symbol of something timeless. Love that was genuine, unspoken, and destined to be remembered long after the lights had faded. The day the news broke of Yu Menglong's sudden passing, the world seemed to stand still. It was as if the laughter, the light, and the tenderness he carried within him had been swept away without warning. For a man known for his calm nature and quiet strength, the abruptness of his departure was almost impossible to comprehend. Fans around the world refused to believe it. Social media flooded with disbelief and sorrow. Videos of his smile, his gentle eyes, and his final performances resurfaced everywhere, turning every frame into a painful reminder of the life that had been taken too soon. Yet, among all those mourning him, no one's pain was deeper than Xing Fei's. The woman who had shared her laughter, her dreams, and her heart with him now faced a silence that no words could fill. At his funeral, her tears became the voice of millions who felt the same loss. Dressed in black, her trembling hands reached out to touch the white lilies beside his portrait, her eyes full of questions that would never find answers. That image of her, fragile, heartbroken yet still standing, spread across the world like a silent echo of love cut short. But what came next made the world cry even more. A few days after the funeral, a close friend revealed that Yu had written a letter to Xing Fei shortly before his death, a letter that had been left sealed in a small box he always kept near his bedside. Inside was a simple message written in his neat handwriting. "Be strong, my love. Keep walking forward. Don't let the darkness take you. My body may be gone, but my love will stay beside you always." The words were brief, but they carried the weight of eternity. They weren't written by a man afraid of death, but by someone who had already accepted that love can exist beyond it. That letter became more than a goodbye. It became a promise, a bridge between the living and the departed, between memory and reality. Fans printed his words on artwork, on candles, on sky lanterns released into the night, each one carrying the hope that his love would somehow reach her again. And in that moment, the world understood what true love really meant. Not the endless presence of someone's body, but the unbreakable connection of two souls that even death could not silence. In the quiet weeks that followed Yu Menglong's passing, the world moved on, but Xing Fei could not. The cameras stopped flashing, the noise faded, and what remained was an emptiness that echoed through every corner of her life. For days she avoided the public eye, retreating into silence as she tried to make sense of a world without him. Those who knew her said she barely spoke. Others said she spent long nights rewatching their old scenes together, the sound of his laughter now both a comfort and a wound. Yet, even in her grief there was a quiet dignity, a strength that refused to collapse under the weight of loss. She was broken, but she was still standing. And in that fragile resilience, there was something profoundly beautiful. When she finally reappeared before the public, it was not with a speech or a grand gesture, but with something small, a delicate pendant necklace resting close to her heart. It glimmered under the light, and soon fans realized that inside it was a photograph of her and Yu Menglong, smiling together during happier days. It was not an accessory, but a symbol, her way of keeping him close, even as life demanded she continue. That necklace became a quiet phenomenon. Fans across China and beyond began wearing similar pendants, calling them stars of remembrance, a tribute to the love that endured even in absence. It was as if her silent act had given everyone permission to grieve, to remember, and to heal. Her return to acting was gradual, but every performance carried the trace of him. Colleagues noticed how her emotions seemed deeper, her expressions more delicate, as though she was no longer just playing a role, but living it through the fragments of her memories with you. In interviews, when asked about how she managed to move forward, she answered softly, "Every smile I give now is for him." There was no bitterness in her voice, only peace, the peace that comes when grief transforms into purpose. In time, she began using her platform to support causes that you had quietly cared about: mental health awareness, children's charities, and animal protection. She organized small fundraisers in his name, not as a publicity act, but as a continuation of the kindness he had embodied. Her actions spoke louder than any tribute. Through her, his compassion lived on, turning sorrow into something luminous. Fans from around the world joined these efforts, forming online communities dedicated to spreading hope and kindness, the very essence of the love story they had once admired. As the years passed, the intensity of mourning softened, but their story never faded. Instead, it evolved into a lesson that love does not end when a heartbeat stops. It lingers in memories, in gestures, in the quiet moments of gratitude that follow the storm of grief. Yu Menglong's departure had closed one chapter of their story, but through Xing Fei's courage, a new one was written, one that spoke of endurance, healing, and the eternal truth that love, when genuine, does not die. It merely changes form, finding new ways to exist in the hearts it once touched. Yu Menglong and Xing Fei's story isn't just a tragedy. It's a testament to the power of love. It teaches us that love doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't need forever. It only needs truth, kindness, and the courage to give your heart completely. Their journey reminds us that even when life ends, love can still bloom. In memories, in hearts, and in the quiet moments we carry with us. If this story touched your heart, remember, love is never truly lost, it just changes form. Thank you for watching Update X24H, where we bring you stories that move souls and inspire hearts. If you believe that true love still exists, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn on the notification bell, so you never miss a story that reminds you of what truly matters. Until next time, stay kind, stay strong, and keep love alive.